Good morning. It has been a minute since I have been here with you guys, but I have a couple exciting fun things to show you. So Suzette did her closet clean out, which um, it's a little bit dangerous, to be honest, that I have discovered that Suzette and I live quite close to each other. Um, and so anytime she wants to do a clean out, she probably knows where she can go to get rid of a number of items. But let's take a look at what she got rid of. And I think some of them honestly might not even be, some of them could be days. Probably this one. So let's start with this one. This one, look at this. So yeah, it is indeed Saddleback, not Love 41. There you go. So this is the everyday purse, and this was not on my radar. A lot of things haven't been on my radar lately because I got a little bit busy with life and haven't been into the purses, so kind of just getting back into it. But I really like this one. One, because the size, it's quite manageable. A little more than like your phone, wallet, keys, sunglasses carry. Pretty generous. I like the brown on it. Hopefully you can see that. Really just getting back into their dark coffee brown. So I really like that. I like the rolled handles, and I really like the D-rings. I don't know if you remember me talking a little bit a while ago about how I've kind of got into this. Like I like the straps being able to sort of fully open. As opposed to when they're just stitched on. Okay, so that's that. It has, I believe, the Gladstone opening, which is the two tabs here, and you give it a good pull and it opens. So it's not going to accidentally open. You have to give it a good tug to get it to open. Let's do it like this. So what's in here is a very generous open pocket running the full length and just about the full depth of the length of the bag. And then I'll take this out. I really like this because I've been carrying, they have a full crossbody strap, which you can see. We're kind of opening it together, so I haven't really worn this yet. But if you've been following, you see that I carry the Love 41 concealed carry. So I wear that crossbody all the time, and I'm kind of into having hands-free because I've started walking dogs at the Weatherford shelter. And if you spend time with me, you know that because I'm a heavy dog pusher trying to get my regulars that I walk adopted. Okay, so that is what is on the one side. And then if I flip it around, hopefully, there you go. I have more of a structured sewn on pocket here with the thick leather. So I would probably put my phone in here, sticking in there vertically. And then it's also got a generous key fob if you use that. And that's it. It's a really simple bag. Let me close it up. And then it does have the D-rings here so that you can attach the crossbody. But I like the color, the weight, the size, and the organization. I feel like surprisingly a lot of bags miss on the sizing, either too big or too small, but this is kind of a very nice, everyday, as the name might indicate, purse. So I'm gonna wear this around and I'm gonna sneeze just a minute. Okay. Of course, now that I've paused, no, I'm definitely not gonna sneeze under any circumstances. But anyways, I will test this out and then let you know what I think. I like the crossbody because when I do go do the dog walking, which I do like 3-4 times a week, it's just really essential to have my hands free just to manage whatever comes up. So I will let you know my thoughts on this. Tell me what you think. I don't have much to stuff in here because I'm obviously using my phone to film, but I do have my glasses. So I'll just standard issue glass case. I'll put this in here just for context. Let me see what it could fit. Okay, that fits really easily in here in the open pocket. It obviously would not fit there. But also, like here so you can see kind of how big the purse is, like how roomy it is in there for its compact size. Okay, so I'm gonna let you know on this one. Kind of loving it. Also reminds me of that Love 41 tote that she had a while back. Very reminiscent of this. But I will let you know my thoughts on that. Let me put that to the side. Also, we think this could be a prototype, and I don't know why, but I just love prototypes because I feel like it has this sort of like unique thing that you won't ever see again. Although in this case, it seems to be very similar to what was a finalized design. But I'd like to think that it's a prototype. So I'm going to go with that. Suzette said it was possible. Okay. And then here is my other of Suzette's closet clean out. And let's hope that, frankly, that she doesn't have any more closet clean outs, because when she has a closet clean out, my closet gets messier. So not sure how she's able to get rid of things so easily, and I'm so easily able to acquire. This one's going to take a little bit of doing. The knot on here is more serious. Okay. Okay, here is what we have. The first is, it's the London Sling. You can see all of that. So the London Sling, this is not a prototype. This is a bag that she has for sale on her website. And the reason it first caught my eye was she posted, I don't know, she posted maybe on Instagram or something, a picture of herself in Japan with this bag. And I think she had it on in the dark coffee brown, if I'm not mistaken. And it just really caught my eye because how simply it laid. It was just a great photo. Just sort of the ease and the comfort and the way that it laid. And you can see that this one, so this is, I will say, so the bag is not unique, but the color is. Obviously it's red. It was a limited edition. And more on the red in a minute. But so it is, I think, more floppy, less structured than the other bags. Because I did take a visit to their showroom the other day, and so I did get a chance to sample that. But here it is, and I just really like the look of it. Here's what I like. I liked this sort of rolled, how she did it. I don't think I've seen her do this before. So she rolled the top such that the zipper is hidden. She put a very generous pull tab on that. There's that. Just unlined on this side, you can see that it suede. Close that up. And then on the back side, against your body, there's nothing there. It's just the plain leather. And then let me do this. So here is the top opening. You can see, obviously, that she's got 2 D-rings for the strap. She does have 2 zipper pulls, which I think is always kind of nice just for flexibility. And then let me pull out the strap so that we can appreciate all the interior things. So the first is, it is a very thick strap. So I like that because it's not going to cut into you. It's got the endless loops, so you don't ever have to worry about the tail. When you make it the bag strap really short, which is what I typically do, and even on my concealed carry, it's got a little tail. So with the endless loop, it's never a concern. Here is the hardware for it, very straightforward. Let me put that to the side. Okay, so here is what we have. I'll do the easy thing first. On this side being the side against your body, there is no pockets or anything. It's just the interior suede. And then on the back side, there is this, which is an open pocket. And then it's an open divided pocket. So there's a flap there, if you can see it. And then there's sort of a third pocket, which is this zipper pocket in the very front. So for a relatively compact bag, you're looking at 3 pockets, and then 4 if you count the front. But I just like this bag because I think as I move into chapter 2 in my life, I'm just about the sort of easier bags. Here it is. Slip it on. Hopefully you can see, sort of. But I like my bags short. I like them close to my body. I like that it sort of hugs. Here, let me show you like this. You can see that it bends so easily. It'll conform to you based on how you like to wear it. So this is the London Sling in red. It does not come in red, so that was the other thing. Like, I like the red. It's unique, and it was kind of a once in a lifetime thing to do the red, so I jumped on it. So let me show you what else I got. Just laughing because not everyone, let me just say my husband does not see the novelty attraction. I'm gonna have some coffee. Having the afternoon coffee, I've decided, is like life's ultimate indulgence. Okay, so this is the larger version of the London Sling. Let me see if I can back up and do this. So you can sort of see the size difference there. I'd say it's like, just visually, I didn't do the measurement, but it looks like it's roughly a third bigger. And otherwise, it's very similar. So hold on a second. Okay, so here it is in the front, again, with that folded zippered pocket. On the large, it is pockets, plural. So you see this rivet here. It's because you actually have 2 pockets. So that's kind of nice. On the bigger version, you have the luxury of a little bit more organization. The back is the same, just flat back. And then let me open up this. So we have, pull this out. So it's got the same endless loop strap. I'll put that to the side. The back is just the interior suede, unlined. And then this is very similar. So it has the open pocket in the very back that is divided. There's that. And then on the front, another generously sized zip pocket, also unlined there. And that is it. My daughter and I have a lot of fun travel this summer. Part of my chapter 2 is really just using this time to explore and do all the things that we wanted to do. So I thought it would be so fun for us to have fun / cheesy, perhaps embarrassing if you ask her. But for us to have sort of the matching bags while we travel, and we'll have the bigger version, she'll have the little version, and I just thought it would be fun for our kickoff for our summer travel. So here's that, just so you can see. Let me put this one to the side, and then I saved, I'm not going to say the best for last, but I'm going to say that I saved perhaps the most exciting. So this one is a real, true prototype. You know, I think she has all sorts of exploratory designs that never sort of make it out into the real world. But I saw this bag and I just love it. Okay, let's look at it. I was trying to think how to describe it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to show it to you. So here it is. I think it's tobacco. If you've been following the brand for a long time, there was like a Western cedar that was similar, but maybe had more orange than tobacco. So this kind of is like half Western cedar, half tobacco in terms of the color, if you ask me. But anyways, it's just a very structured little bag. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but like it doesn't collapse in any way. At least on the bottom here where the framework is. So it's got a double zipper. Let me open it so you can see it. It's got a double zipper and it slightly has sort of a Gladstone opening also, meaning that the mouth opens fully and I can look inside there. There is nothing in here. It is lined. So you can see that. It is very generous. This, to me, seems like the junior version of the 2-compartment travel tote that she has. So it has this, which is the only option for carrying, as opposed to like under your arm or crossbody. It's just this. And this, at least in this prototype version, is on there. It's like affixed permanently. I can't remove it or switch it or anything like that. So I do really like the size of this one too. And just for reference, very similar to this everyday purse. Really almost identical. Okay, so here it is for size. Nothing on the interior, but it is fully lined. Gladstone style opening, so it opens wide and I can see everything in. Hopefully that's correct when I'm saying Gladstone. When I say Gladstone, not exclusively referring to the tabs, but more so that it opens such the sides are like parallel. Okay, so that's that. But the reason I thought it was so cute was, and the reason why I call it sort of the junior 2 compartment, is she's got this, like a full base that opens. So on the 2 compartment duffel, that's obviously meant for overnight or, 3 or 4 day trips. And it has that 2 compartment bottom so that you can put your shoes in there and kind of keep them separate from all of your clothes. So for this, I kind of imagined that it was initially designed somewhat of a toiletry to accompany the 2 compartment travel duffel. 2 zippers on this too. I haven't used it yet, so I'm not 100% sure. But I think if it was me, and I was going to use it as toiletry, I'd put on my flat makeup pieces that have to kind of stand or that have a wider base, and I'd like them not to get tousled. I think I'd put that there, and then I'd put all my other toiletries where it sort of doesn't matter what, if they get tousled or anything like that. I think I'd put them all in here. I think you could also honestly use this as like a little everyday bag. I think if you were gonna do that, I probably would put a strap here so you could sort of like slide your hand through it. Although it is big for it to be sort of carried in that fashion. The other adjustment I might make would be like to put 2 D-rings so you could put a little strap on it. But it's very adorable. A very cute travel bag. I'd be curious what you guys would put in here, if you would put something else sort of in that bottom compartment. But I love it. I love anything that's sort of prototype or unique. So I'm gonna bring this on my travels. My next trip is I'm heading down to Fredericksburg to do the preserve. And then also to stop by the Snake and Animal Farm. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. And I also did see, and I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, that she re-released her very, very original tote way back when. And that tote still trades very actively on the secondhand market. I have it. I have the small version in dark coffee brown. So I was thinking, for my next video, I know a ton of people have that bag. I might do a side-by-side of the original against her re-release of the very original Saddleback tote that I think it was her first bag she ever designed. But anyways, good to be back. These are my prototypes. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions or comments. That's it. Have a great rest of your week.